quick one today is the intermission between big projects and the grand finale of this series. We got for you today a bunch of presents. See, this deck revolves around getting 1/1s into your hand and then transforming them with the new Quicksilver Gateway. Yes, this is a lovely card. Well, for random shenanigans happening. For fun. Not really actually a good card, honestly. It just kind of messes with your hand as much as it does the opponent's. Which is great fun, but not really very good. But with this deck, we might be able to get something going that outvalues the opponent. Because, you know, if you roll the bones with this deck long enough, you'll eventually find something that just kind of runs over the board. Like a Severin, or a big Vara, or something like that. And you win by pure card advantage, even though your cards are mostly useless. But hey, this deck's got enough gas in it that even the cards it gives you incidentally in the early stages of the game aren't, you know, too useless. But they're much more useful once they get transformed into something. And we've also got a bunch of 1/1s to start off with that get helped when you transform something. The enemy player will be playing into those quite frequently if they're not paying attention, because almost every card draws cards, or draws from somewhere. Draws from the void, draws from the market, draws from the bottom of the deck, draws from somewhere, and then that just gets transformed into whatever. So yeah, pretty fun deck. Let's take it to the ladder. Yeah, this isn't too terrible with 2 turns. Yeah, this is actually quite a good opening hand. Don't know whether I want to curve. Let's go to 2, because I can get the other stuff out with 3. Although I do kind of want Quicksilver. Yeah, let's get stuff out before we get Quicksilver out. If we get another power, we can get the power cell and just keep the power burst. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's get that out. Actually. Aggressively not going to take that, are we? Well, I guess that'll just be that then. I'm gonna leave this to discard to this guy, because there's no transforming going on anymore now. Really? It's been a pleasure. Well, that was easy. Can't end the series on that. We gotta get more. Okay. Ooh, Valkyrie profile pick in more than 100 card deck. Yet again. Interesting. Well, I'll get the power cells here and then start ramping up stuff. It's been a pleasure. Jeez. Didn't think I was that intimidating. Okay, try number 3. Yeah, Bastion's the bad end. We're going back in time to get the good end. No thanks. Don't have the colors for it. This is much better. Yep, we'll see if this survives. If not, we just lose a little bit of tempo. Should though. Not much stuff that can take out a 3 on turn 1 unless he's like mono red or something. Well, Kano's got kind of stuff in the red half. We'll see. Oh, it's kind of late to have greetings now. You want to get your greetings like right as the game begins. Otherwise, it's really awkward. Here we go. I was kind of thinking of using this and then using that to supplement it, but that's kind of dumb. I should just, you know, play power on curve. I wonder if they're gonna let me get away with this. How much has these colors got for relic removal? Red's got a lot, but... Ooh, I like this. I don't think they realize what this card does. Perfect, all 3 of those become completely random stuff. Oops. It may be a misplay to throw away power like that, but I'm not throwing away an extra card plus, or Scrap Metal Fury. Get the Power Burst out now, or... Yeah, we'll get the Scrap Metal Fury out now. Because if they don't have any, like, transformy or silency ways of getting rid of this, then I get more cards, which is the entire plan of this deck. That may have been part of their plan. People always kind of trip up with this deck because there's so many cards that let you draw extra cards. Yeah, clicky buttons is not a good answer to this deck. So how well this deck do? Well, in testing, this Victor's Feast turned out really, really well. Because there's multiple stuff that just kind of runs away with the game once it starts getting into random card territory. I like this. This is kind of like a Knucklebones but for both players, and if the other person isn't careful, then they get a bunch of junk in their hand instead of what they wanted in their deck. And sometimes you get this too, but this deck creates so many more cards than the other person that you kind of do just overwhelm them eventually. Games are won through card draw, and this is no better example than of this theory than this deck. There is no better example of this theory than this deck. Happy holidays to all of you, and if you want to see more of all these presents and all the gifts to come, then stay tuned.